Carl and Damon here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's they made what into a TV series. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Season 2, Episode 21, Indiana Pac and the Dentures of Doom, written by Ken Pontac. Hey, first off, hilarious. Not only is the Indiana Jones reference back again, but you've referenced the Indiana Jones sequel, because this is a sequel to that Indiana Pac episode from before. That's not a bad idea.
I'm okay with it.
And I'm also going to go on a limb and say this one is very imaginative. There's some creative stuff here because this is about an evil mummy wizard who is attempting to give himself a new body and doing that casts an incantation, but trips over while he's doing the incantation, so accidentally casts it on his false teeth instead. Before he can be reunited with his dentures, some people rush in and grab him, wanting to stop the evil mummy wizard. The temple collapses, the mummy wizard disappeared, and the dentures were long lost. And this is a story we see being told by both Cersei and Dr. B to their relevant groups. And both sides thinks there's some truth to it, especially as the temple location has been found. And with tonight being a double lunar eclipse, it is said that the dentures will rise, and should the mummy wizard get them back, he will be unstoppable. Now, the double lunar eclipse means nothing to the grand scheme of things, but I thought this opening was really fun. It was like, okay, well, let's see where this goes.
I'm okay with it.
It's time for Indiana Pac, hat and all, as the good guys try to find the dentures in the park by digging down. Meanwhile, the ghosts are also trying to find the dentures and are drilling up. That's funny. They're both in the same area, down and up, you know?
Yeah.
Both sides have little luck, but eventually it is Cersei who finds them, right at the same time as the ghosts arrive on the other side. They both try to get the dentures, which can apparently talk, and try to actually avoid being caught. With Cilly's help, Pac is able to eat the ghosts, but the dentures end up in his mouth, stuck, and, in a fun twist, take over Pac's mind. He becomes a slave to the dentures. And even when they set Grinder as a dentist tries to attack them, it eats several power berries at once and becomes uncontrollable. 3, the evil dentures jam in Pac's mouth, start battling Cersei, Spiral, and Cilly before eventually breaking away. There is some really good silliness here, and it's Cilly who ends up capturing Pac. I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot going on early on in this episode. A lot going on, and it's a lot to take in. But I like it.
It's energetic. It's energetic. Cersei uses Grinder to force his mouth open and makes him eat a shrink berry. This causes Pac to shrink, but keeps the teeth the same size so they're ejected from Pac. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The dentures try to escape, but they capture them as Pac returns back to normal. Good timing as the ghosts have arrived and the gang has to do battles. Unsurprisingly, the ghosts are all eaten, but it turns out the battle was actually a distraction, so a rare moment of good thinking there by Dr. B, because you're like, oh, well, the ghosts just get eaten again. What's the point? No, he knew that, he accepted that, it was a distraction. It gave him access to the captured dentures, and they make a deal. The dentures will give Dr. B the spell to restore bodies if he frees the teeth, which he does. Okay, that's not a bad idea. But fool Dr. B, evil teeth, remember? The teeth betray Dr. B, jump into his mouth and take over the ghost. Let's not get stuck on the pedanticness of how the teeth can go inside a ghost's mouth. It's haunted dentures. We probably shouldn't take it that seriously, right?
It's magic. There's a wizard. So
yep. Having dealt with the other ghosts, Cersei and company discover Dr. B has the teeth. They give chase, tracking the teeth by a Pac's DNA. And there is a nice moment here where when they're chasing it and wearing his father's hat, Cersei looks over and kind of sees Pac's father in the yellow one's position. And that would be nice if we were ever actually doing anything with the Pac parent stuff.
Yeah, it's waste of time.
The dentures have taken Dr. B to the temple, but he gets separated when Dr. B flies through something solid and the teeth are knocked out. That's clever again.
Yeah,
so he kind of flies through like as a ghost, but the teeth aren't ghostly, so they get knocked out. The dentures head inside to get its body back, which is, of course, the mummy wizard. And while Dr. B gives chase, he's not the only one. Here's Pac and the gang, and they have to deal with some traps. Inevitably, the dentures reach the auto room and try to resurrect his body. Pac tries to stop the teeth, but accidentally frees the trapped mummy wizard. And it looks like the mummy wizard and the dentures will be reunited, but Pac, in slow motion, dives in the way and the teeth end up in his mouth again. So, very action-packed finale as well.
Yeah.
They both fight for control of his body as Sir C finally remembers the clues in how to stop the teeth were there all along. When he had the teeth captured and they were using dentist grinder, the teeth were saying certain things about being cleaned and keep brushes away and things like that. So yeah, brush the teeth. That's how you fix things. And now clean, the teeth spell is broken and Pac can take them out. The teeth are fine now. They're happy and they're good. So Pac gives them back to the mummy wizard, who isn't evil himself either. He doesn't actually want a body because bodies get old and die, whereas his body right now means he can kind of live forever. And later at the burger joint, they sit with the mummy wizard to enjoy some food. He ends up chipping a tooth on a chicken drumstick. Ha ha ha. Aside from the kind of flat ending, that part anyway, this is great. And I really actually love the, hey, you can fix all these problems by just brushing your teeth idea. That's clever to me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, bearing in mind it's for kids, so obviously it's a good message for kids to brush their teeth, basically. But I think the episode overall was a good episode, apart from again typical a flat ending.
Yeah, but it's the whole running out of time kind of thing. But at least they came up with a way to actually end it. It didn't just end.
True.
And the idea about the mummy wizard being good really is fine because the story was being told by people like in legend. A story like that would suggest evil and things like that. Mm-hmm. But over time it changes and it becomes more real. And then when they find the reality, should I say, the guy's not as evil as they thought. It was a fun episode. Indiana Pac and the Dentures of Doom. You got any thoughts on this one? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.